Doing the aerial shots, basically I'm having my helicopter pilot fly with a VistaVision, which is a much wider negative, larger, so you can move it around a bit, and he's flying as fast as he can go through these buildings and around. It's kind of very much how we did some of our Pearl Harbor stuff. I had actually some of the same plane animators that worked on Pearl work on this movie with the studio in Arizona. And we were doing a family theater where it was a bunch of kids, like at 5 o'clock with parents. And then we were screening with adults at about 8 o'clock. And they were both 500 person houses, so they're very large. What I do when I put my movies together is I actually will put like a small group in a screening room, different age kids, where they'll watch a very rough cut to give me some ideas. It's very good to have show your movie up on a bigger screen so you can see it and put it in front of people. You can see where they get confused, what they're liking, what's not working. So I did that twice. With first started with 9-year-olds to 16, and then I went from 16 to 25-year-olds. And it prepared me for, I guess, my studio screening. Even being a Final Cut director, it's still intense because they come there with 30 people from Paramount and DreamWorks. Everyone is nervous. They they determine what they're going to spend on advertising that very moment you get numbers. So we watched it with the families. It went well. They were laughing at the different jokes. They were not laughing at some of the adult jokes. There were several applause through the screening. And I'm like, that's kind of fun, but odd that they're applauding like 3 or 4 times during the screening. Then I quickly ran over to the adult theater, so I saw the adult one start up. Then I ran back to the kids one where we did a focus group. 26 people. This guy stands up saying, I have nothing to do with this movie. How would you rate this movie? Excellent, blah, 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 very good, poor, good, whatever. So all 26 hands raised, excellent. And I'm like, well, okay, it's a fluke, it's a family thing, whatever. Then I ran back to the adult screening, and I sat next to this guy, and I was just sitting in some random aisle seat where I had a little sound box where I got to control the volume, because the volume is not really precise because it's not fully mixed sound, and it's a little abrasive at times. And the guy knew I was a director because I told him, because he asked what that box was, and halfway through the movie, the people are really enjoying it. You can see the adults are laughing, and I asked this guy who's about 30, I said, so, like, does this movie, like, do you like this kind of movie? And he looked at me and goes, not really my thing. Nah, not really. So I'm thinking, this movie sucks. Alright, it's just going to be a kid's movie. Alright, fine, it'll be a kid's movie. Every emotion goes through your body when you're a director sitting there watching 500 people at a time see your movie. And they don't care who you are, what you are, nothing. They'll tell you. They'll be frank as it's just, it can be a brutalizing experience because they will tell you how bad or good your movie is. Then we did a focus group with the adults, and we had a huge round of applause at the end of the movie. And I'm like, wow, that's kind of odd. These are adults. This is a robot movie. What are they applauding for? All right, this is a kids movie. So we go to this focus group, and this woman who was, I gotta tell you, she was like 40, and she says, this is after they raised their hands, which out of 26 people, 24 of them raised it excellent and 2 very good. And I'm thinking, well, that's kind of odd because that just never happens. I mean, it's a lot of people saying excellent. And this woman raised her hand. She says, I was dragged to this movie. I didn't want to see this movie. And she goes, but you know what, this movie, it reinvents the superheroes. It kind of, she goes, I'm tired of the capes and the suits and all that stuff, and this totally is something new and different that I've never seen before. And that's when it kind of hit me. And then we got the numbers for the kids' audience, which was a 94, that's a huge score. I've never had that score in my life. I mean, that's a massive number. And then we got the adult score.
Alright, the movie's end. Alright, I'll see you in the final part.